Does the Bible indicate there are personal guardian angels? That's from our Casa Grande campus. That is a really, really good question.
You want me to take it?
Yeah, I want you to take it for sure. That was a tough one. I was hoping for a softball out of the gate.
Yeah, that's a great question. Does the Bible indicate that? Yes, it does. Matthew, I looked this up just a second ago when I saw that was the question, so I did cheat just a little bit. There's a monitor here in front of us, and it tells us the question that's about to come up, and that's the first time we've seen it. I'm going to give you a couple of resources. We've done that every week. It's what I just used to look up the verse that I kind of remembered but needed help. Gotquestions.org is a really good resource if you've got questions. That's out of Dallas Seminary, and so you can just type your question in there, and it'll give you some verses of Scripture and some ideas. And then you can also use BibleGateway.com, and you can type in a phrase or something like that. It'll give you all the verses in the Bible that have that word or that phrase in it. This is Matthew chapter 18. I'm going to read verses 10 and 11. Sorry, it took me a second here as I'm scanning. Jesus is speaking. He says this, see that you do not despise one of these little ones. Here's the line. For I tell you that their, it's T-H-E-I-R, belonging to them. For I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven. And so the language there, the wording there, gives us this idea that there are specific angels that are given responsibility over specific people. And so that's Matthew chapter 18, verse 10. The Bible also says in Hebrews that we could entertain angels unaware. I had a question in a service last weekend, and it was like, can angels present themselves as people? Apparently so, because in Hebrews it says you can entertain and host angels and not be aware of it. But it seems just from that one verse that the idea, and I don't fully understand it, but it seems that God assigns angels to specific people.
Yeah, and there's also indication in other parts of Scripture that angels tend to be regional as well. So there's one, I think it's in Daniel, where there's an angel that's delayed in getting to Daniel, and it's because he was caught up because there was an evil angel, a demon, that he was in battle with the prince of Persia. And so he says, I was kind of in this middle of this thing. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. And so there was this regional thing. And then you had Michael the archangel, who was over the people of Israel in that region. And so you seem to also have physical locations that are represented by different angels as well. And so the spiritual realm, one of the things, I was in my small group this week, we're like, what's a question you would ask God if you could ask God? I was like, I kind of want to see all the spiritual realm, which in reality, I probably don't. It would probably be terrifying. But I just want to see how all of that works. But there are things in the Bible that indicate that there is different regions of spiritual warfare and activity going on in the physical world that are represented also in the spiritual realm. Good question.
Yeah, different angels have different assignments. There's different rank and file with angels. That was a great question. The word angel just means messenger, by the way. Sometimes pastors are called angels. So if you want to call us that,
don't do that.
We're open. I'm good with it.
I'm not.
Yeah.